Hey everyone, the Super Vader 400 here, back for another retro wrestling review. And this time I take a look at one of my favorite shows, Wrestlemania 11. Wrestlemania 11 has a mixed reception amongst most people. Some fans love this event and praise it for its match quality and says it's one of the events that saved WWE in its rivalry with its competition with WCW. Some fans hate it and think it's one of the worst WrestleManias ever, of course, because of the main event, LT and Bam Bigelow, with LT winning. I love this WrestleMania for several reasons. It does have its flaws, which I'm about to expose in a minute, but I thought this was an awesome, epic WrestleMania. The only problem I have with this WrestleMania is the celebrity involvement. Jennifer McCartney, Jonathan Taylor from Home Improvement, Nicholas Totoro, and Pamela Anderson, in my opinion, were weak and poor and lame celebrities for this card that, in my opinion, did not add anything to the show. Salt and Pepper, Lawrence Taylor, and his football team were pretty awesome, but the first four I mentioned, in my opinion, added nothing to this WrestleMania. Love the intro. The intro started off with a guy counting down WrestleManias 1 through 10 and finally says, now we're at 11. It was just epic. And then introducing the celebrity guest host, that was epic. This WrestleMania, despite its flaws, it felt like an awesome pay-per-view and just an epic WrestleMania. I love the tight intro and atmosphere, and I wish WWE could do more pay-per-views and WrestleManias like this one. The first match of the night was the Blue Brothers, who are better known as the Harris Brothers, taking on the Allied Powers, Lex Luger and British Bulldog. This was a pretty good, decent match to start the show. I was into it. It had the right time. The match ends when Lex Luger hits his signature forearm on one of the Blue Brothers. They switch. Then later on during the match, then Luger tries to pin him. That Blue Brother kicks out. That Blue Brother who switched kicks out. Then later on in the match, British Bulldog hits the other Blue Brother. Hits the Blue Brother who switched with a sunset flip off the top rope for the 1, 2, 3. Like I said, awesome match to start the show. The next match of the night is one of my favorite matches of the night. That was Razor Ramon versus Jeff Jarrett for Jeff Jarrett's Intercontinental Championship. This was an awesome back and forth match. Razor Ramon came out to a huge pop, and the crowd was into it. And I loved how in the beginning Jeff Jarrett tried to attack Razor Ramon while he was still doing his antics. Then Razor Ramon punched and beat up Jeff Jarrett. Then posed, and the fireworks came up. It was just an epic moment. The match ends when Rhodey interferes and knee clips Razor Ramon when he's trying to hit the edge on Jeff Jarrett and X-Pac and Razor Ramon clean house and celebrate the win. Next match of the night was King Kong Bundy and The Undertaker. In my opinion, what was a pretty good match. In my opinion, this match is not as bad as people rated out to be. I don't know what people were expecting from Taker and King Kong Bundy. This was pretty good. I thought Undertaker body slamming King Kong Bundy was a pretty cool move, and also I always love seeing Undertaker hit his signature forearm. It would have been cool to see maybe a choke slam or a tombstone, but this match was good for what it was. Next match of the night is one of my favorite matches and moments of the night. That was the tag team title match between defending champions, the Smoking Guns, Owen Hart and Yokozuna. This was a pretty solid match. The epic part comes at the end when Yokozuna hits the belly-to-belly suplex on one of the Smoking Guns. Owen Hart pins him, and the crowd went wild. They were really excited to see Owen Hart, who was a heel, back in this match, and they were excited for Owen Hart the entire match. Like I said, pretty good match and an awesome moment at the end of the match. Owen Hart was just awesome in this match. The next match of the night was Bret Hart versus Bob Backlund. Bret Hart says he doesn't really like this match, but in my opinion, this was still a pretty good match. I thought they had a better match back in 1994, but this was still a good match. I also love how Bret Hart beat Bob Backlund with his own move, the chicken wing, and Backlund's facial expressions after the match, in my opinion, were epic. When he was like, "Did you see it? Did you see it?" I don't know what he was saying, but JR was trying to get a word with him, saying, "Backlund, you quit. Just epic, man. Main event, also one of my favorite matches, is Diesel versus Shawn Michaels for Diesel's WWE Championship. In my opinion, this was one of Diesel's best matches during this period in WWE. In my opinion, 1995, in my opinion, was not this colossal bad year people make it out to be, but in my opinion, Diesel being champion did kill the product, in my opinion. He had lots of bad matches. I think this match right here, this match with Shawn Michaels and the match he had at Survivor Series with Bret Hart are the best matches he's ever had during this part of his WWE stint. It was an awesome match. It was an awesome back and forth match. One of my favorite parts is when Michaels hit the sweet shit music on Diesel, and just Michaels, he just performed awesome in this match. I thought Diesel was being lazy in this match, but Michaels, he carried this match, and Diesel hit an awesome jackknife powerbomb on Michaels for the 1, 2, 3. I kind of wish Michaels would have won, because in my opinion, that would have made the product better. I think they should have focused on the smaller guys like Michaels and Bret Hart instead of trying to be like Diesel. Diesel, in my opinion, could have been champion, but not for a year and not right now. I thought he was a better champion in WCW and much better. I also feel he was a much better wrestler in WCW, but that's just me. Lawrence Taylor main event was Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow with Pat Patterson as a special guest referee. I love this match. I love the beginning with you have Tatanka, King Kong Bundy, Kamala, Ted DiBiase, all coming out to represent Bam Bam Bigelow, the $1 Million Corporation. Then you have Lawrence Taylor's entire football team coming out in an NFL style fashion through the tunnel to represent LT, and you just had this epic match. I usually don't like celebrity matches, but this match was epic. I thought Lawrence Taylor performed well for a non-wrestler. His shoulder blocks, clotheslines, and bulldog were epic, and I thought I'm still mixed about having him beat Bam Bam Bigelow, but this was just an awesome match, and I love the storyline progression after the match where Ted DiBiase berates Bam Bam Bigelow for losing to a football player. Lawrence Taylor beats Bam Bam Bigelow with a clothesline off the second rope for the 1, 2, 3, and I thought that was pretty good. Like I said, I thought this match was pretty good. I usually don't like celebrity involvement or celebrity matches, but this right here, in my opinion, was awesome. I also love Salt and Pepper performing Lawrence Taylor to the ring. All right, this was my review of WrestleMania 11. We're gonna do 10 right now.